stay up all night. Under the moonlight, still feels so.
Now we hook the sunflower. The first part is the hook. Hook it with the brown color. The first loop is a loop stitch. 6 short needles. Now let's start with the loop stitch. Wrap the thread around your finger twice. This side of the hand winding like this. Thread the thread. Crochet through the circle. Now let's get the needle. Crochet needle. Wrap a coil around it. Crochet again with the coil. Finish the crochet on this coil. This is the loop stitch. Next we hook 6 short needles. The hook method for the short stitch is to crochet through the circle. Hook a coil over here. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. So you have this V shape right here. The V shape is a stitch. This stitch is the first stitch in the circle. So we use marker buttons. Marker. Then hook the second short needle. The third short pin. The fourth short pin. The fifth short pin. One more. The sixth short needle. We can count if it's 6 short needles. See how many V's there are. Six short needles. After the hook, let's tighten it up. The coil forms a circle like this. The method of winding is. Now we have the circles here. Let's pull this wire first. See which of these 2 circles is moving. It's this one that's moving. We're gonna pull on this one. In this wire, there is no gap. Let's pull this wire again. Finish this thread. That's the end of the coil. Cut this thread off. After each turn of the hook, here we are again on the first stitch. Hook a drawing needle to finish the circle. Now we take off the marker. Hook a draw pin at the location of the mark buckle. A pull stitch is a crochet stitch through the stitch. Hook a coil. Hook a coil over here. Put a net on this coil. So you have this little V shape right here. It's the pin that draws the needle. Because this stitch is not a stitch. And in order to connect the place is not obvious. Better looking. We made the stitch as small as possible. The way to make it smaller is pull it tight this way. This makes the stitch very small. And then we hook the second loop. The second circle is made up of 6 pins. That's 12 stitches. Plus stitch mains in the same stitch. Hook to short needles. Now let's hook the first one and add the needle. Start each turn with a standing pin. A standing stitch is a crochet stitch. Crochet winding. Bring over. This is a standing pin. After you've hooked the standing needle, we're right here on the pin we just pulled. Start to hook the first plus pin. 2 other stitches to hook to short needles from 1 stitch. This is the first needle added. We're here on the first stitch. Marking buckle. Then we hook the second plus pin. Here on the next stitch. Hook 2 short stitches into the same stitch. That's the second needle. Add the third needle. Add the fourth needle. 5th addition. Add the 6th needle. That's the end of the second loop. Remove marker buckle. Hook a draw pin at the location of the marker buckle. To finish the circle, tighten the pin at the drawing needle. Then the third lap is made up of 6 groups, 1 short stitch and 1 plus stitch. That's 18 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook a short needle into the draw. Marking buckle. 1 plus pin. That's the end of the first set. Then we'll hook the second group. A short needle. 1 plus pin. To add stitches to hook to short needles into the same stitch. That's the end of the second set. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. The third loop is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Draw in the position of the marker buckle. Finish the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The fourth lap is made up of 6 groups, 3 short stitches, 1 plus 1. That's 24 shots in all. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook a short needle into the drawer. Marking buckle. 2 short needles. 1 plus pin. That's the end of the first set. Then hook the second set. 2 short needles. 1 plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. The fourth loop is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The fifth lap is made up of 6 groups, 3 short needles and 1 plus needle. That's 30 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short stitch adds a stitch. To add stitches to hook 2 short stitches into the same stitch. That's the end of the first set. Then we'll hook the second group. 3 short needles. 1 plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. The fifth loop is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The sixth circle ends. Pick one facing the back. This is the front. That's the back. Toward the back half of the stitch. We have a whole stitch like this is a V shape. In that way, we'll just pick the half of the stitch that's facing back. Lap 6, lap 7, lap 8, lap 9, lap 10. I pick the back half of the needle. The sixth round consists of 6 sets of 4 short pins and 1 plus pin. That's 36 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Pick and draw the second half of the stitch. Hook a short needle. Marking buckle. And when you're done, you're left with half of these stitches. We keep it. This half of the needle is for this. Flow reference. Then hook a second short needle. Pick the back half stitch. Hook the third short needle. Pick the back half stitch. Hook the fourth short needle. Pick the back half stitch. Hook a plus pin. That's the end of the first set. The front half is all that's left after the hole. Hook the others in the back. Then we hook the second group. For short needles. One plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. The sixth loop is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. In the 7th turn, we pick the back half of the needle. This half stitch in the back. It's made up of 6 groups. 5 short needles plus 1 needle. That's 42 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Pick and draw the second half of the stitch. This back half stitch. Hook the first short needle. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth short needle. Fifth pin. 1 plus pin. That's the end of the first set on the first lap. Then hook the second set. 5 short needles. One plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. The 7th 比赛法 Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The 8th round also picks the back half of the hole. It's made up of 6 groups. 6 short needles plus 1 needle. That's 48 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. And then I pull this pin. Pick the back half stitch. Hook a short needle. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth short needle. Fifth pin. The sixth short stitch adds 1 more stitch. That's the end of the first set. Then there are 5 more groups. We'll hook it up together. Round 8 is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The 9th lap is made up of 6 groups. 7 short needles. A plus needle composition. That's 54 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth short pin, the fifth short pin, the sixth short pin. The 7th short needle. 1 plus pin. 2 added stitches to hook 2 short stitches into the same stitch. That's the end of the first set. Then we'll hook the second group. 7 short needles. One plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. Group 9 is alpha. Remove the mark buckle at the mark buckle position. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. Break the line and hide the line. Then cut off the threads. And that completes the seduction part. Now let's hook the seed. The seeds are hooked in khaki. It's here on lap 5, 6, 7, and 8. These 4 circles here pick this first half stitch. just the first half of the needle that was left. The first half of these stitches are for the hook. First we put the needle in this place where the drawer is. This is how you hook a coil. Hook another coil over here. Pull the thread tight. Wait a minute, let's put this thread. 1. Put it on the crochet hook, then hide the thread. The hook for these 4 turns is hook 3 lock pins on each stitch. The pin hooks like this. This is a lock pin. Second stitch. Third stitch. After the 3 lock pins, we're at the same pin here. Crochet through the same stitch. Hook a drawing needle. That's a melon seed. And then we empty one. 一叠日. Again. 1 stitch down here. Repeat the hook. Now let's hook group 2. Let's hook a drawing pin here. Hook 3 more lock. Hook a drawing pin into the same pin. This is the second seed. And then we're gonna empty another shot. Here. First hook a drawing pin. Hook 3 more lock. Hook a drawing pin into the same pin. This is how we hook down. When we're done with this first round of seed, there was supposed to be an empty needle here. So let's go straight to here in the next circle. Roll 1 hook. You don't need to pull or anything like that. Keep following that loop for the next hook. Now we're gonna hook a needle that was empty. There's an empty stitch in it. We are here. A drawing pin. 3 locking pins. Hook another drawing pin into the same pin. Then empty a stitch. Hook a draw pin on the next pin. 3 locking pins. Hook a drawing pin with the same pin. One more empty pin to hook down. Keep following that loop hook. Round 8 is alpha. We're pulling here. Break the line and hide the line. And that completes the melon seed part. Now we're going to hook the inside of the petal. You don't need wire for this inside loop. We use the yellow thread to hook. The circle is in. Location of the ninth circle of the flower core. We'll pick the front half. It's a stitch. A stitch is a V shape. We pick the half of the needle nearest in the front. Let's hook the circle. We'll hook at this point in the connection here. First hand needle. Hook a drawing needle. The hook for the circle is. First hook 8 lock pins in the same stitch. This is how the lock needle hooks. Bring the crochet in a loop. The result is a lock pin. This is the first lock pin. We need to hook a total of 8 lock pins. After the 8 lock hooks are done, let's go back to the penultimate pin. Here this is the first to the last one. The penultimate lock pin. Pick half a needle here to hook. Let's hook the first short needle here. Hook it down like this. There are 7 short hooks, all picked on this side. We just hooked the first short needle. Now let's hook down the second short needle. The third short pin. The fourth short needle. 5th pin. The 6th short needle. The 7th short. And that's the end of the hook. Here's a drawing pin. It doesn't count as a stitch. And then we leave a stitch and hook. Pick half a stitch here on the 3rd stitch. Hook to lead our pins. This is the first drawing pin. You don't need to tighten the needle here, because then we're gonna hook a loop here. On the second lap, we need to crochet through the stitch to hook. So don't tighten it. Then hook the second lead needle. On the hook, we can put this thread on a crochet hook. This will hide the threads. That's the end of the first set. And then we'll hook the second group. First hook 8 lock pins. First short, second short. Needle 3 and 4. Needle 5, needle 6, needle 7, needle 8. Then go back to the penultimate stitch, then pick half a stitch here. Hook 7 short needles all the way. The first short stitch. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth short pin. Fifth pin. The sixth short needle. The seventh short. And then we're gonna empty another short. Now we're hooked on the stitch here. We'll make space in the stitch next door. I don't care if he picks half the next stitch. Hook a drawing needle. Hook another drawing pin in the next door. That's how you hook the drawing pins. That's the end of the second set. Let's do it again. Hook the third set of 8 lock pins. Go back and pick half of the penultimate stitch. Hook 7 short needles. One and a half hook and 1 stitch. After 7 short hooks, empty 1 stitch and the next stitch here. 2 stitches in a row. Pick half a needle and hook 2 drawing needles. That's the end of the third set. We'll hook the circle in this way. There are 18 groups in total. In the last group, we can still hook 2 drawers with an empty needle. This last one draws the needle. Can be in. Start with the stitch from this group. Here. Link up. So this is over in one loop. The second circle is the one outside here. We're going to add wire around the outside. It goes all the way around here. Just keep hooking like that. When you hook, you need a bond wire to hook. Now let's hook this side. This side is the peg half. Hook a short needle, a medium long needle, 3 long needles, a medium long needle, a short needle. Now let's hook the first short needle. In this first stitch, first half stitch here. Crochet through this half stitch. Put the wire under the crochet hook. Hook a short needle. A medium long needle. A medium length stitch is a crochet hook wound around the thread. Go through this half stitch. Hook a coil over here. Now there are 3 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet and hook another coil. Take all 3 of these coils. The resulting stitch is a medium length stitch. Next we hook 3 long needles. The long needle hooks like this. Make a loop of the crochet. Pick this half stitch. Crochet, bring a coil over. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Crochet with the second coil. Finish the first 2 coils. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. So this one is a long needle. We'll hook 3 more long needles all together. And then we'll hook 2 more. This is the end of 3 long needles. Then we hook a medium needle. Finally, hook a short needle. This is the end of the hook. Then, wait. Now we're going to hook this pointy part of the petal. This is the top part. The first is to find the top stitch on the left. And the way to draw that is to start counting down here. Count to the 7th needle. Pick this full stitch position. Notice that this line here is not a stitch. Never mind that. Now put the wire on this. Crochet through the entire stitch. First hook a short needle. Then hook the lock pins. And then go back to the first pin, here. Return to second, the penultimate lock pin. That's the first lock pin here. Pick this head stitch. Hook a drawing needle. A drawing needle is a crochet hook. Hook a coil. Thread through the loop on the original crochet hook. This creates a sharp point. This will finish the sharp corners. And then we hook the side. First and foremost, just hook a short needle of this place to start to hook. Is to hook a short needle, a medium long needle, 3 long needles, a short needle, another medium needle and a short needle. This side is full of needles. Now we begin to hook. It's right here with the first needle we just found. Start hooking a short needle. Hook the process of putting wire into wire. Stick the wire here and hook it in. This is followed by a medium long needle. Three long needles. A medium long needle. A short needle. And then skip one more stitch, here. Hook a draw pin here on the next stitch. That's one hook, then one draw. Here. And now we tighten the line. In this way, one leaf and one petal are completed. And then we hook the next petal. The latte wire is attached to where we're going to hook it. First pick half a stitch. Hook a short needle. A medium long needle. The wire was always on the crochet hook. Three long needles. I think it would be nice to roll this up. Look for the half stitch. A medium long needle. A short needle. That's the end of the hook. And then we're going to hook the point of the petal. Look for the side first. The position of the top pin. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is still time to get involved in this one stitch. Location of petal tips. This is on the left here. The top stitch starts with a short stitch. Hook 2 more lock pins. Return to the first lock pin and pick the mixed needle here. Hook a drawing needle. This creates a sharp angle. And then we hook this side. Here's the first needle we just found. Hook a short needle. This side is full of stitches. Then hook a medium length needle. We can push everything else down. Leave this one alone on the hook petal. It's more convenient. Then hook 3 long needles. A medium long needle. A short needle. And then one more short. Hook a drop in here on the next stitch. And then the other petal is gone. We do it the same way. Hook up all the petals. After the last petal hook, we both have an empty short. And then pull it here. We're gonna tighten this one up a little bit. Then hide the thread. You can tie it in a knot on the back, here. Put the wire again. The wire ends are also hidden forward. Just hide it all in here. Because the back of me is me, and then we're going to cover it up here. That's the end of the hook for the sunflower. Now we're going to use this grain to hook the receptacle. First, the first loop is a loop stitch. 6 short needles. First hand needle. Then hook 6 short needles. Fifth stitch. Marking buckle. Second stitch. The third needle. The fourth needle. The fifth needle. The sixth needle. Tightening coil. Cut off the wire ends. Remove the mark buckle at the mark buckle position. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The second and third lap are the same. Is to hook a short needle on each stitch. Each round is 6 stitches. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. Second pin. Hook 6 short needles all the way. This stitch that was drawn is not a stitch. After 6 short hook, remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The second loop is alpha. We'll hook the third loop the same way. The third loop is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The fourth lap is made up of 6 pins. That's 12 stitches. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first needle on the drawer. 2 wide stitches to hook 2 short stitches into the same stitch. This is a plus pin. Hook 2 short stitches into the same stitch. We put a marker button here on the first stitch. Then hook the second and add the needle. And then there are 4 more additions. We'll hook it up together. The fourth loop is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The fifth lap is made up of 6 groups, 1 short stitch and 1 plus stitch. That's 18 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. 1 plus pin. That's the end of the first set. Then hook the second set. A short needle. 1 plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. Round 5 is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The sixth lap is made up of 6 groups. 2 short stitches, 1 plus 1. That's 24 shots in all. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. Second pin. 1 plus pin. That's the end of the first set. Then hook a second set of 2 short needles. One plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. The sixth loop is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The seventh round consists of 6 sets of 3 short pins and 1 plus pin. That's 30 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short stitch adds a stitch. The first set of hook is alpha. Then hook the second set. 3 short needles. 1 plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. We'll hook it up together. The seventh loop is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The eighth round is made up of 6 sets of 4 short pins and 1 plus pin. That's 36 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. Second short pin, third short pin, fourth short pin. One plus pin. That's the end of the first set. Then hook a second set of 4 short needles. 1 plus pin. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more group. We'll hook it up together. Round 8 is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The 9th circle consists of 6 sets of 5 short pins and 1 plus pin. That's 42 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth short pin. The fifth short pin. 1 plus pin. That's the end of the first set. Then there are 5 more groups. We'll hook it up together. Group 9 is alpha. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The 10th lap is made up of 6 groups. 6 short needles plus 1 needle. That's 48 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Hook the first short needle in the place of the drawer. Marking buckle. Hook 5 more short needles. There are 6 short needles in total. One plus pin. That's the end of the first set. Each set is 6 short stitches and 1 plus stitch. And then there are 5 more. We'll hook it up together. Round 11 is over. Remove the mark buckle at the mark buckle position. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. The 11th lap is made up of 6 groups. 7 short needles plus 1 needle. That's 54 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Start with this pin that you pulled. Hook 7 short needles all the way. Add a marker button here on the first pin. One plus pin. Pull out the stitches to hook 2 short needles into the same stitch. That's the end of the first set. Then there are 5 more groups. We'll hook it up together. Round the 11 is off. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull to end the circle. Tighten the pin of the drawer. Now let's hook round 12. Let 12 is the peg. First half stitch. Our entire stitch has a V shape. This side is the first half of the stitch. The inside edge is the back half stitch. We'll all pick the first 1.5 in the circle. It's the half of the needle that's close to me. Now let's hook the first group. First hook a standing pin. Pick the first half of the drawn pin. First hook a long needle and add a needle. Long needle plus needle. You hook 2 long needles into the same stitch. Now let's hook the first long needle. Make a loop of the crochet. Crochet through this half stitch. Hook a coil over here. The thread on the crochet hook has 3 coils. Crochet and hook another coil. Run the 2 coils across. There are now 2 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. So this one form here is a long needle. Long needle plus needle. You just hook 2 long needles into the same stitch. Now let's hook the second long needle. This is the second long needle. These 2 long needles are just a long needle plus a needle. Next we hook 3 braid pins. Here are 3 braid pins. Let's go back to the back of the first braid pin. There's a thread here. We crochet. Pick this thread. Hook a drawing needle. So this is a dog thread needle. And then we're in the same stitch here. This is the pin that was drawn right here. Hook another long needle and add a needle. Just hook 2 long needles. So this first stitch is down here. Then we pick the first half of the second stitch. Hook a drawing needle. Hook another log pin. That's the first group. And then between group 2 and group 1, we're going to have to leave one stitch unhooked. Now let's hook group 2. Empty a stitch. Next stitch here. One empty pin in the middle. Next stitch here. First hook a long needle and add a needle. Just repeat the first set. Procedure. Hook 3 log pins. Here's the first log pin. Pick the back wire. Crochet through this thread. Hook a drawing needle. This is a dog tooth needle. And then we're in the same spot. Hook a long needle and add a needle. And then next door. 夜店日. Pick the first half. Hook a drawing needle. Hook another log pin. That's the end of the second set. When it's time to hook group 3, we'll still be empty. Pick the first half of the next stitch to hook the third. The third group. Now let's hook the third group. Empty one stitch and pick the next stitch. Just pick the other one that's empty. Pick the first half of the next stitch, here. Hook a long needle and add a needle. Three braid pins. Pick the thread behind the first braid pin. Hook a drawing needle. Hook a long needle and needle here on the same stitch. Pick the first half of the next stitch. Hook a drawing needle. Hook another log pin. That's the end of the third set. We'll finish the loop the same way. Let's grip here. We're the last one to pull the needle. There's no need to hook a pin here. When it's pulled out, we're disconnected. Leave a long line. This is supposed to be sewn onto the flowers. That's the end of the hook. Now we hook the leaves. It's hooked with this green thread. First, let's get a piece of wire. The length of this wire is about 12 inches. Then fold it in half. Put aside. We'll need it later. First, let's do the first lap. Hook 18 braid needles. Let's start with the needle. Crochet needle. And then make the lines into one. Circle. Go around like this to make a circle. Then hook a coil over. Bring over. This is the needle. Then, we hook 18 braid pins. This is how the braid needle hooks. Bring the crochet in a loop. The V-shaped form here is a lock pin. This is the first stitch. We add the marker buckle. Needle 2 and 3. Needle 4, needle 5, needle 6. All the way to 18 stitches. After the hook is finished, we add wire to the hook. Take a look. Where the wire is folded in half, it's in the opening on the bottom. Put on. Once we orient the wire, take one to the side. Then, wire. First hook 3 lock pins. Just look at the thread here and the crochet hook. With wire between them. Hook like this. A lock pin. 2 locking pins. 3 locking pins. And then we're gonna add the wire and hook it all the way down. Now let's wrap the wire behind the wire. The crochet hook is placed on the wire. Let's go back to needle 4. That's number 1, number 2, number 3. 4th needle here. Pick the stitch. This half of the stitching. Hook 1. long needle and long needle, long needle and long needle, which is to hook two long needles into the same stitch. Now we crochet and wind the thread. 2 laps. The fourth pin I just found here is 1234. The fourth stitch, pick half the stitch here. Crochet through this half of the stitch. The wire goes on top of the crochet hook. Hook a coil over here. Now there are 4 coils on the crochet hook. The wire is clamped in line. The crochet thread is wound in a loop with 2 ends in front of 2 coils. Now crochet on 3 coils. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish the first 2 coils. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. The result is a long needle. We're gonna be in the same stitch here. Hook 2 long needles. Now we hook the second one. Wind the crochet twice. Through the same stitch. Put the wire on the crochet hook. Crochet hook a coil over. The thread on the crochet hook has 4 coils. Crochet hook a coil. Finish the first 2 coils. The thread on the crochet hook has 3 coils. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish the first 2 coils. The thread on the crochet hook has 2 coils. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. This is the second long needle. Hook 2 long needles into the same stitch. This is a long needle and a needle. Then we hook the long needles. Just pick half and half of each stitch and hook. Each stitch is hooked with a long needle. Hook the process must be. Wrap the wire around the hook. Now let's hook 8 long needles. Wind the crochet twice. Pick half the stitch here on the next stitch. Put the wire on the crochet hook. Make a loop of the crochet. Now there are 4 coils on the crochet hook. Make a loop of the crochet. Finish the first 2 coils. Crochet 1 more time. Finish the first 2 coils. Crochet 1 more time. Finish the last 2 coils. This is a long needle. Let's do it again. Make sure you put the wire on the crochet hook. Hook another coil over here. This is the second long needle. Let's hook a third long needle. This is the third long needle. Then there are 5 long needles. We'll hook it up together. Make sure you put the wire on the crochet hook when you hook. After 8 long hooks, we'll hook 3 more long needles. Now let's hook the first long needle. A long stitch is a crochet stitch wound in a circle. To half a stitch, put the wire on the crochet hook. Crochet hook a coil over. Now there are 3 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet hook a coil. Finish the first 2 coils. Now there are 2 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet and hook another coil. Finish these 2 coils. So that's a long needle. Then we hook a second long needle. Be sure to hook the wire on the crochet hook. Hook the process. Make sure this wire doesn't get out. Then we hook 3 medium and long needles. This is how the medium needle hooks. Make a loop of the crochet. Pick half a stitch. The wire goes on top of the crochet hook. Crochet hook a coil over. Now there are 3 coils on the crochet hook. Crochet and hook another coil. Take all 3 of these coils. This is a medium length needle. We'll hook the second medium needle. Third medium long needle. Then we hook 2 short needles. Pick the same half stitch. The wire goes on the crochet hook. Hook a coil over here. The thread on the crochet hook has 2 coils. Crochet hook a coil. Finish these 2 coils. This is a short needle. Then we hook the second short needle. Now it's time for the first injection. Remove marker buckle. In this place, we need to hook 1 short needle. It needs to be hooked in the same stitch. Here, hook 3 short pins. Hook when putting the wire. The corner is the place to press on the crochet. Hook 3 short stitches into the same stitch. This is the first short stitch. Second pin. Let's flip it over. Hook the third short needle, here. Notice it's in the same stitch, here. We chose that side for those 2 short needles. Have the stitches on this side. This third short needle, we pick this side to the left. This half of the stitch to hook. Switch over here. Which brings us to the side. And then we use the side. Same way to hook the side. First up is the 2 short needles. This is right here. We've been here since. This side is hooked from here. So if it's symmetric, we hook it in this direction. Just hook in the opposite direction. Now we're gonna pick half a needle on the side. Again, hook it around the wire. The wire is always on the crochet hook. First we hook 2 short needles. Next hook 3 medium long needles. Remember to crochet. When I wound the wire must be placed on the crochet hook. Then hook 3 long needles. The first long needle. Second long needle. The third long needle. Then came mid long needles. We're gonna wind the needle twice. Each time you wind the wire, you finish 2 coils. The first long needle. The second long needle. There are 6 more. Eight long needles. Let's take a look at this when we're done. And finally, there's 1 more stitch. Just this last half stitch. This 8 long needle is here. And then there's a stitch and a half next door. We have this last half stitch here. Here hook a long needle plus a needle. You hook 2 long needles into the same stitch. When we hook it, we have 2. In the winding, when the hook came over, make sure you put the wire on the crochet hook. That's the first long needle. Hook a second long needle into the same stitch. Then hook 3 braid pins. Just 3 log pins. And then pull in the same pin here. That's the end of the first loop. A piece of wire on one side. Now let's hook the second loop. First, hook 3 braid pins. And then on this side. This hole on the side. Here, the first stitch in this place is a short stitch, here. A medium long needle. When you hook the braid needle, take this wire. The wire here goes between the crochet hook and the thread. Now let's hook 3 braid pins. After the hook in this place, this place, here. This first hole here. Hook a short needle. A medium long needle. Hook these 2 stitches in the same hole, here. This is the line we use to our time. Around the green line becomes limb. Then in the second, you ditch, here. It's the second hole with a long needle, here. A long needle. First hook a long needle. Same hole here. Hook a long needle. Then hook a long needle into each of the stitches. There are 8 long needles in total. Now we hook. The first long needle is in the next hole, here. The second long needle. Next hole, here. The third long needle. Next hole, here. Follow this method to hook 5 more long needles. There are 8 long needles in total. After 8 long hook, we'll hook for more long needles. Pick another hole down for the hook. A hole for a hook for a needle. A hole for a hook for a needle. The first long needle. Hook a second long needle in the hole next door here. Hook a third long needle here in the next hole. One more hole down here. Hook the fourth long needle. Then hook down 3 medium and long needles. Also a hook for every hole. First stitch. Second stitch. Third stitch. Then hook to short needles. Hook a short needle for each hole. This is the end of the hole. And then we're at the bottom. This stitch, here. Right next door to where the last short needle was hooked. This stitch, here. Hook 3 short stitches into the same stitch. The first short stitch is the same as the second short stitch. Hook a third short stitch into the same stitch. In this way, and then we flip it over and start to hook this side. This side is the same as this side. It's just in reverse order. So first we hook 2 short needles. Like a hook here for each stitch. Next hook 3 medium long needles. For long needles. Eight long needles. Eight long needles. After the hook, these are the only 2 holes left on the side, here. So the first hole here hooks a long needle. A long needle. Just hook a long needle through the same hole, here. A long needle in the same hole. And then on the last hole, here. Hook a medium needle and a short needle. When we're done, we'll find the middle. This hole. It's this pin that connects this hole here. Right here next to the wire. This hole is on the side, here. We'll hook 3 pins first. And then we're gonna pull this hole right here. Lock pin. 3 locking pins. And then in the middle hole here. It's the hole next to the wire over here right here. The wire goes between the crochet hook and the thread here. Crochet around the coil coming off. Hook a drawing needle. This is the end of the second loop. Now let's hook round 3. The first thing is to hook 3 lock pins. And then on this side. First hole on the side, here. Hook a plus pin. 2 add stitches to hook 2 short stitches into the same stitch. Now let's hook 3 pins. First hole on the side, here. On the first stitch, we'll hook the wire between the crochet and the yarn. A coil coming. In this way. A short needle. Put another short needle in the same hole, here. This is a plus pin. Then hook 1 here in the second hole. Medium and long needle plus needle. Medium and long needle plus needle. You hooked medium and long needles into the same stitch. This is next door. This stitch is the hole next door. We'll hook the medium length needles into this hole. This is a medium long needle plus a needle. And then we'll hook a long needle and needle down this hole, here. Right here in this hole. 2 long needles in the same hole. Then hook a long needle through each hole here. There are 9 long hooks. Now let's hook the first long needle. Hook a stitch for each hole. second long needle, the third long needle. There are 9 long hooks. After 9 long needle hooks, hook 5 medium long needles, and 1 for each hole. Medium length needle, first stitch, second stitch, the third needle, the fourth needle, the fifth needle. Then hook 5 short needles. Also every hole here hook a needle. First stitch, second stitch, third stitch, the fourth needle, the fifth needle. That's the end of the hook. Now we're at the top stitch. We're in this 1 stitch. First hook a short needle. Hook the more lock pins. Retrace. The second needle hooks a drawing needle. And then hook a short needle here on the stitch. Now we begin to hook. What I just said, they're all hooked on this 1 stitch right here. First we hook a short needle. Hook 2 more lock pins. Let's go back to the second pin, here. That's where the first pin was just hooked. Pick this half stitch. Hook a drawing needle. This forms a pointed triangle. And then we'll come back. This stitch that you just hooked here, let's hook a short stitch. This way, this. The pointy part is alpha. And then we flip over to the side. Start to hook this side. The method on the side is the same as on the side, just in reverse order. First hook a short needle for each stitch. First hook 5 short needles. First stitch. Second stitch. Third stitch. The fourth needle. The fifth needle. Next hook 5 medium long needles. First stitch. The second needle. The third needle. The fourth needle. The fifth needle. Hook 9 more long needles. First stitch. Second stitch. Third stitch. Hook 9 stitches all the way. After 9 long needle hooks, we'll hook a long needle here for the next stitch. Add needle. You hook two long needles into the same stitch. Wicker pick here. And then the next stitch, here. It's the one next door right here, which is the penultimate hole. Here we hook a medium length needle plus a needle. It's two medium and long needles in the same stitch. Then put a needle in the last hole, here. Just hook two short needles into the same hole. Then hook 3 more break pins. 3 locking pins. It's just 3 break pins. Refine. The first stitch on the side. Here. It's the first stitch on the side next to the middle here. Here. This is where the inner needle is drawn. Hold the wire between the crochet and the yarn. Here. Hook a drawing needle. Finally hook a lock pin. The sleeves hook finished. We leave long lines. This wire is going to wrap around this wire. Leave the line and break it. In order to give the sleeve a more three-dimensional feeling, we can put it away like this. Give him a crease, here. Plait it. Then spin the wire. Twist into a strand. After the wire is twisted together, we wrap the wire around it. Wrap the wire around it like this. Round to the end, we just have to find a way to hold it in place. Because behind, we're gonna take hide here in the trunk. It needs to be wound, again, so it's okay if the finish isn't pretty. We can just do whatever you can to hold it in place. Just don't spread out. You can clamp the wire on it. And then tie a knot. When splicing, let's just hide this place. We're gonna hook 2 of these leaves. Now let's assemble it. The first thing is to sew the flower to the holder. Halfway through we add filler cotton. Meanwhile, add the stick wire. Now let's close the loop first. The way to sew is to pick half a stitch on the far side. Pick half a stitch on the side. So align the stitches. A stitch for a stitch. About 2/3 of the way through. Let's plug in the padded cotton and add the wire. We sew until we lift it at about this opening. First put this wire on the head. Break it. Break it into something like this. Then we sieve part of the filling cotton. Once we get this side tucked in, after that we put on the wire. Go through the hole right in the middle here. And then I'm gonna finish stuffing this side of the pad. When we're done, we'll close again. Sew until closed. We can put a few more stitches in here after that. Or tie a knot. And then they cut the line. Now let's go around this. Let's wrap it with green wire. This wire goes down from here. We can use glue first. Glue this place at the beginning. Glue the thread. And then go around again. We can get around this place a little more. You can wrap it into layers. Now start winding down. One, two. Build up. Initiate. See where the sleeve is going to be clipped. We can get a rough idea of where it ends. One leaf at a time. The location is up to everyone. Pull it around. Leaf by leaf. Will be easier. Finishing place. We could go around here a few more times. Cover this thin wire. Then wrap the rest of the way around. Go around back here. We're right where we started. Add some glue. Then wrap it around again. Cut it off with a thread. You can tie a knot here. You can tie 2 more knots if you want to be safe. So easy to get on. Then the chrysanthemum is finished. Let's clean him up. The way to arrange the petals is to have one on top, a petal on it. A petal on the bottom looks like this. Then open the petals. It'll look better this way. If there's any wire sticking out, let's just taste it. This shape, whatever we control. Pinch it open like this. And then one higher and one low one. We can also arrange the leaves for him, the shape we want. And then the sunflower is finished.